Please give a warm welcome, a warm round of applause to Xulian, Ecosystem Lead at Hyperliquid Labs, joining Tangle.
Xulian, absolute pleasure to be here with you today. It's been quite a journey that we've had even together. I look back and think about some of our early days in Sushi Swap, and that's where we had first met, was engaging online in forums and governance discussions and whatnot. So it's been great to watch this whole development and making it all the way to the labs here now, and being able to sit here in New York with you today has been pretty wild, pretty cool. So yeah, I guess first, how did you get into Hyperliquid and what caught your eyes on all that?
Yeah, back in 2022, Jeff and Ilian Sync were doing some feedback calls on the initial concept for Hyperliquid. I think it was supposed to be a 15-minute call, and we spoke for over an hour. A week later, we spoke again, and they had implemented kind of every point of feedback I had given. I just had to be a part of that team. It was cool how quickly they just built. And it wasn't just the technical side. Like, the team is extremely technical and talented, but also kind of this uncompromising values and just upholding this neutrality and actually kind of believing what is being built and believing that you have to do things the right way, building a neutral layer. It's kind of what got me into crypto in the first place. Building these neutral financial ecosystems where anyone can come in and participate. And from the lab side, how we've maintained that neutrality is kind of what continues to motivate me.
Those fundamentals are so crucial, and it's great to see that continuing. When you look at builders on Hyperliquid, what is separating like good builders from great builders?
Yeah, I think great builders leverage what Hyperliquid can offer. They don't just come in with something simple that doesn't leverage the full stack of Hyperliquid. If they're going to build in HyperEVM, they tap into precompiles and HyperCore and CoreWriter and actually leverage what is unique to Hyperliquid, accessing billions of dollars in capital on order books, building composable smart contracts that can interact with those order books. It's about builders actually looking at what is unique of where they are building and leveraging those features. And it's also, I'd say, like outstanding builders, whenever there's a challenge that they face, that they don't look at excuses of why you might fail. They just look to solve those challenges, and it's just something else that is part of building and how they can solve that.
And how should new builders be thinking when they come into the ecosystem?
I think new builders in general should really look at the ecosystem as this blank canvas for finance. As it is the house of all finance, or trying to build that. It's what can you do with highly liquid order books. HIP3 enables all types of assets across the world, and those are independent builders as well. So whether you're deploying those markets or interacting with those markets in one way or another, how can you add to that and leverage what is unique to Hyperliquid in that sense?
Now, what technical or ecosystem challenges does Hyperliquid need to solve to like really 10x its reach?
Yeah, I think to 10x, it's still about simplifying onboarding and making it abstracting away the complexities of blockchain. There's a lot that you can still do to simplify that, whether it be fiat onboarding, wallet creation, everything that comes from the initial phase of a new user interacting with finance, that can be simplified and improved quite a bit more. To 10x, you really want to reach this internet idea of when you connect to the internet, you're not thinking about the back end. You don't think about how you're actually interacting with whatever the internet is. You're just interacting with it. I think that's what actually 10x is, the adoption of blockchain and Hyperliquid, where users can just interact with an application and never think about how the back end works.
And that's great if you can get to that point where we're still keeping that neutrality that you talk about and making these proper fundamentals stick around. I think that's a really amazing approach towards things, and being able to really nail that home is incredible. So, what does the broader crypto industry still kind of doing wrong, you think, that Hyperliquid is doing right?
I think it's quite unfortunate that a lot of the crypto industry, especially to an outsider, can just be viewed as scams or trying to rinse the retail trader and extracting rather than contributing. Hyperliquid and then Labs as a core contributor to the Hyperliquid blockchain has really spent time on changing that paradigm of how can you contribute and improve systems. How can you have this base layer that's neutral? Everyone gets information at the same time. Everyone is treated equally from the lab side and from the protocol. So there's not a bias when someone comes in, whether you're a user, builder, institution, anything like this. So at least trying to change that narrative. I think there's also a component of on-chain versus off-chain and kind of looking forward. Hopefully that can be just tech and not really crypto as this separate asset class or separate system. It's just how can technology improve systems moving forward.
Yeah, keep leveling the playing field is something that sounds incredible within crypto, and I guess within finance in itself, right? Just making it accessible and similar for all participants involved, whether they're large or small. All right, I guess final question here: who are you cheering for in the World Cup?
Definitely going to go with Spain. Yeah.
Great, great. Well, it's been an incredible event here. Thank you so much for joining us today. A pleasure as always. And Hyperliquid.
Thank you very much for putting this together and for all your hard work. Thank you.